This hour, an Albany family has filed a legal complaint against a former Albany pharmaceutical plant, alleging it is responsible for brain cancer in 2 children.
Merck Flint River Plant manufactured drugs such as Zocor and Prilosec before the plant was closed in 2007 and later demolished in 2011.
WALB investigative reporter Brittany Blake breaks down the accusations inside this legal complaint.
This 31-page complaint tells the story of a mother, Colleen Sullivan, who worked at Merck's Flint River Plant for 12 years. During that time, she became pregnant with her older daughter, Seville, in 1997 and her younger daughter, Lilia, in 1999. But 16 years later, both were diagnosed with 2 different types of pediatric brain cancer within 3 weeks of each other. Seville was 19, attending the University of Alabama, when she went to the doctor complaining of headaches. After a scan, it was discovered that she had stage 4 brain cancer. After a years-long battle, she went into remission, returning to school and receiving her degree, later meeting her husband Chandler, who she married in November 2022. But in January 2023, her brain cancer returned. By August of that year, the cancer metastasized throughout her body, which led to her death on October 10th, 2023, leaving behind her husband and family.
But they just want what is right. And part of what is right is fixing the wrong that we allege Merck created. Colleen had no idea when she was working there, when she was pregnant and gave birth to her 2 beautiful daughters, that she was being exposed and exposing her children just by virtue of the fact that she went into work every single day.
The complaint alleges that, quote, their Merck used and released within the Flint River plant and the surrounding environment a toxic soup of chemicals and substances known to be dangerous and carcinogenic to humans, especially pregnant women and their unborn children, end quote. The complaint further describes, quote, neither Colleen, Seville, Lilia, nor Chandler had the requisite experience and or a background in toxic exposure related to brain cancer or the chemical components existing at the Merck plant, end quote.
When employees allow workers to be exposed to these chemicals, and it's dangerous not only to the workers themselves, but these chemicals are especially dangerous to their pregnant employees, not just to those employees, but to their unborn children.
In a year-long investigation, Beasley Allen law firm identified, quote, the Flint River plant utilized, produced, emitted, and are used in its manufacturing process numerous hazardous chemicals and substances that carried carcinogenic and are harmful risk, end quote, listing 8 of those found in this complaint.
There is no telling what else we're going to find in this case. There's always something else. And there's also going to be a question of what happens when you combine numerous chemicals together and they're able to percolate throughout a workspace.
With current knowledge of Merck's alleged acts, the complaint lists 7 counts for the company to respond to. Count 1 is for negligence. Count 2 is for premises liability. The 3rd count is for the gross negligence and wantonness. Count 4 is for claims for the wrongful death of Seville Sullivan. Count 5 is for claims to the estate of Seville Sullivan. Count 6 is for the loss of consortium. Count 7 is for punitive damages.
This is a tremendous family. They are handling this entire matter with such grace. Their priorities in this case are in the right place. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we want to be conveyed in this case.
The family's attorneys are currently waiting on Merck's response to the complaint. In a statement given to WAOB News 10, Seville's family expressed their deep gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from the Southwest Georgia community. Tom Sullivan, Seville's father, said, quote, the support of our community has never wavered during the most challenging times for our family, and for that we will always be profoundly grateful, end quote. And Seville's husband shared a statement which reads, quote, the love and compassion we've received from our community after the loss of my beloved wife has been tremendous, and we are profoundly touched and comforted by your kindness, end quote. We tried reaching out to Merck several times starting on Friday, but we have still not received a response. In Albany, Brittany Blake, WAOB, your hometown news source.